how random forest handle million data point, okay, and still give a powerful result. Basically, today's video we understanding about the random forest. And random forest, when you learn about the random forest, so this is a basically, before that you need to understand about the decision tree. Okay, decision tree. In the decision tree, whole basically whole concepts is a belong to a decision tree of a random forest. What is a random forest? In simple term, when you learn about a random forest, so decision tree, it's mean that's a create a single tree, right? That's a create a single tree. So we call that as a random forest. Okay, but in a random forest, that's the name is a forest. It means we give a multiple tree of your models for a training. Okay, that's simple meaning of the random forest and an understanding of the random. So one by one we getting and understand what is a random. First, as a forest, it means a multiple tree, right? So let's get started and understand how the random forests are work. So in random forest in the machine learning algorithm, to build a okay, understand that thing, to build a multiple tree. Okay, in a simple term, multiple tree. In a simple tree, creating the to build a multiple tree and combining the result for a better prediction. Okay, second is a and combine all tree and make a uh, basically make a better prediction. Okay, make a better prediction. That is called a random forest. Okay, and it's like a you use a basically understand is the one example. Let's a 100 expert and they give 100 opinion, right? Understanding is the one example. 100 expert are there, expert, and they give opinion of any topics, right? They give basically weight of elephant. Okay, weight of elephant. They give opinion how the weight of a elephant single element, right? For each opinion, in 100 expert give a opinion one by one for a, let's consider 100 elephants, right? So basically, they give after the giving a weight, we calculate the average of the weight and we consider the weight of a elephant. Okay, elephant. So this is a simple concept of a random forest. Okay, random forest basically is a stand for a bagging technique, and okay, and random forest is basically used in a bagging technique. In a bagging technique, we understand two things. That is, one is a bootstrap, and second is a aggregation. Aggregating. That's two things we are understanding in bagging. And basically, random forest is a bagging technique. Okay, so let's get started and understand first what is the bagging. I hope you understand how the random forest are work. Now we are going to understand second topic, that is a bootstrap, right? That is the bootstrapping. Bootstrapping. What is bootstrapping? Bootstrapping. Bootstrapping is a fancy way to say, right? Take a multiple random with a replacement from the data set. Understand the bootstrapping and also understanding the aggregation. Okay. So we have uh, data set in which we have a 1 million or understand with a simple. Okay. 1 million is a two. Okay. We have data set in which data set we have a 5 rows. Okay, we have data set and simply we have 5 rows, 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, So we have the data set. Okay, what happening in bootstrapping? When you perform bootstrapping and create a, let's say we have data set, and from this data set we create a uh, n number of models. Okay, create a n, that's a model 1, model 2, model 3, and this is a model n number of model. Try to understand that thing. Basically when you learn about random forest, so that's create trees, right? So in all model basically using the tree based model. Okay, but what happening in the bootstrapping, from that data set we create a trees and create a models for each tree. Okay, so in bootstrapping, basically that's with the with replacement, right? That's we have data set. So in bootstrapping, let's bootstrapping, that's the first model giver, 2, 3, uh, 4, 2, and 1. Giver this data set. Okay, with replacement. Understanding we are with with replacement, and without replacement as well, right? Without replacement. Basically, when you train your model, so that's automatically connect with the with replacement, right? They basically connect to the with replacement, and you will see that's your data set 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in second data set this is 2 are came again 2 times, right? But you will see the 5 are missing, right? And for a second model of data set, let's start with the 5, 2, 5, 1, and 3. So this for a second. It's mean in simple term, bootstrapping this created data for a with replacement, right? It's mean the row basically replace multiple times, right? Or meaning data points are repeat multiple times and in each model of a training model, right? And after that, that's a bootstrapping. It's a simple term that's not that much difficult to understand bootstrapping. Okay, this is a bootstrapping. Okay, and when you talk about the without replacement, without replacement, basically the rows and the data points not repeated, and this without replacement you perform with a cross validation technique. Okay, you can't perform directly when you train the model, so that's automatically get a with replacement. Okay, so this is our bootstrapping technique, and okay, I hope you understand that simple concept. And similarly, we are going with aggregating. Okay, in an aggregating technique, we simple perform some task. Okay, in aggregating technique, each model give a output. Let's we are considering with a binary classification. Okay, this is a binary model. So model 1 give a 0 output, model 2 give a 1 output, model 3 give a 0 output, model n give a 0 output, right? So after that calculation in a classification, okay, for aggregating, right? Aggregating technique. In a aggregating technique, we simply perform for a classification, that's give a majority voting, right? Majority voting for a prediction, final prediction basically. Majority voting. Majority voting, it's mean what? That's a model 1 predict 0, model 2 predict 1, model 3 predict 0, model n predict 0. It's mean the majority vote is a 0, right? So the classification model class, we have classification problem, so let's give a majority vote. Similarly, for a second we performed for a regression. In a regression task, the model predict the average or basically mean of that particular model output, right? This is the aggregating. I hope you understand the bootstrap and aggregating and bagging, how they are learner models. Okay, now okay, I hope that's understand of the bootstrapping and how the random forest are work, right? and they give output. That is simple task. That's not that much difficult to understand. Bootstrapping is basically backing and boosting. I hope you understand all the concepts, and we will meet in a practical approach of a backing and boost and of a random forest. Okay.